one's life, it's the ability to live and experience everything that you want, is what makes us alive. But the thing is about our lives, it's not something that was just given to you. It's not something that happened by accident. Our lives are merely the sacrifice and the hard work with the people who came before us. Without the people who took risks and sacrifices, we wouldn't be here now. That's the thing about life. Everyone has a reason and everyone has the ability to give life. In Dragon Ball we had those individuals, and one of those people who was a beacon for better days for the whole universe was Yamoshi, where he stood against the evil of his people and sacrificed his life so his people would change and live on after him. We explored his story before on Dragon Ball Super Yamoshi. A war was approaching planet Sadala. Two galactic patrollers came who offered Yamoshi the wish with Shinran in exchange for him capturing Chilled, one of Frieza's race, and he agreed to that. In the last chapter we saw the war between the evil Saiyans and the pure Saiyans, and we ended the last chapter with Yamoshi and Kampa both transforming and releasing their true forms. But how will the story end? And what lies ahead of all of the Saiyan race? Will Yamoshi be enough to protect them all? This is the 5th and final chapter of Dragon Ball Super Yamoshi, and this is a fan-made manga. It's not canon and don't take it as that. The author of this story is Thibault. I will leave the links to the manga and him in the description, and saying that, our story continues. We are at the face-off between Yamoshi and Kampa. Kampa tells him that he may entertain him, but something tells him that this isn't Yamoshi's full power. Yamoshi takes a weird stand with all of his energy releasing. Is this a dance step? Yamoshi replies with, no, I focus my energy. Then Yamoshi launches himself, and in a split second, he's behind Kampa. Kampa blocks Yamoshi's attack. He's fast, but he's still restraining himself. So Kampa blocks Yamoshi's punch. As the attack is dragging Kampa back, he grabs his hand and smashes him to the ground. But Kampa isn't done. He spins Yamoshi and throws him away as Yamoshi picks himself up. He charges an attack, and also Kampa charges one of his attacks. One new power. As both of them fire their energies toward each other, an explosion happens. As the Galactic Patrollers are watching, they say they could be partners for the Galactic Patrol, and they're right. But what they don't understand, that this fight will decide the future of all of the Saiyans. Away from that, a fight is brewing. It's Charlotte's brother. He says witness the defeat of the Saiyans carrying the blood of the defeated. Even Charlotte doesn't know what happened to his brother. As he fires an energy attack, an explosion happens, but as the dust clears, no one is there. The Galactic Patroller says, I'm informed that a time breach has opened. Your friend must have been absorbed. Even Charlotte has disappeared. So this time Ref took Charlotte and Giplet. But where and what has happened to them? The Queen says that their soldiers are holding their own, but they will not be able to reverse the pattern. They have to find a solution, and she's right. Merely fighting the evil Saiyans won't be enough. So what's the other solution? As one of the Saiyans screams, Queen, look at the evil Saiyans. As we see all of the evil Saiyans, they all went to the sky, and they are all about to release their energy onto this planet. The Galactic Patrollers agree they should summon the dragon. We go back to the fight between Yamoshi and Kampa. Yamoshi asks, what are you searching at the end to force you to fight seriously? So Yamoshi gets angry. So take that. As he goes at him with a punch in a fast speed, he launches Kampa away. But as he turns around, a Saiyan is behind him. He throws an energy at her. It's Physalis, Yamoshi's wife. She gets absorbed by the evil energy of Kampa. As Yamoshi sees that, he can't believe what's happening. Physalis, he goes straight towards her. As he calls for her, we can see her evil aura. She turns around and she changed. She's now one of the evil Saiyans. Yamoshi is in shock. It's impossible, not you. Why are you doing this, Kampa? Why? Kampa tells him, keep getting angry, Yamoshi. She charges an energy attack, but she gets hit with a kick that sends her away. It's Nasu. She tells him, take care of Kampa. I will take care of your wife. As we see here, the Saiyans back then were there for each other, protecting one another for the sake of their race and for the sake their friendship. With that, Nasu launches at Faisalis and their fight starts. From the distance, Kamba is talking to Yamoshi. Isn't that enough for you? Yamoshi doesn't know what he's talking about, so Kamba tells him, what do I have to do to get you to fight me seriously? I know you're holding back as he charges energy at his hand. Disaster! As he fires the attack towards Yamoshi, he takes it head on. Yamoshi tells him, why do you keep pushing me so hard? What's the point? He replies, well, I want to test the limits of my abilities against a real challenger, even if it means destroying this planet and its people. This gets through to Yamoshi. So you're just a monster now. Where is the Kamba I knew? The proud and valiant warrior who has always protected his people despite his disease. Kamba tells him he disappeared. In his madness, the evil look on Kamba just shows us that he can't go back to the way he was before. He has become so evil that there's no solution now. In anger, Yamoshi launches at him and punches him on his face, which sends him back. He goes behind him and attacks him from behind with all his power, crashing him to the ground beneath him. Your actions are unforgivable. As they're standing, Kamba fires an attack towards the ground, which makes Yamoshi backs away. That's what I'm searching for. When Yamoshi picks himself up, you want a fight, you're gonna get one. On the other battlefield, Faisalis has regained her mind. It's all thanks to Nasu. As both of them go to watch Yamoshi, we see that their fight is still ongoing. He's not in his Ikari mode. As Yamoshi blocks one of Kamba's attacks, he fires an energy beam towards him, but Kamba deflects it. As he powers up more, he goes at Yamoshi and punches him on his face, which hurts him bad. Yamoshi doesn't know what to do. He resisted him because he was angry. But now what? On the planet, the war between the evil Saiyans and the pure Saiyans is still ongoing. At this rate, they will not be able to win, but they can save time for Yamoshi. They even call for Child. They tell him, would you like to help us against the evil Saiyans? We're in the same situation anyway. Child, with an evil smile, says, you ask for my help, is that it? Interesting. Even the king tells him, if you help us, I will ask the Galactic Patrol to spare you. He replies, well, to make a deal with you, I prefer to die than join a band of monkeys. As he fires an energy beam towards the king, as the attack goes through him, he's pleading, you stupid monster. Vegeta Jr. sees what happened to his father. He rages and goes straight towards Child with a punch in anger. The queen goes for her husband. She tells him, Sadala, stay with us. Sorry, my dear. I hope Vegeta will have a great bloodline. With that, the king lost his life to the one from Frieza's race called Child, which will pave the way for King Vegeta later on in the story. Yamoshi sees what happened to the king. Impossible. Not King Sadala. Even Kamba sees him. The king, he launches enough speed towards him. As he throws Vegeta, he tells him, get out. He goes straight towards Child and grabs his face. He tightens his grip around Child's face as he fires an energy attack at him in point blank. He tells him, I was the one who was supposed to kill the king, not a dwarf like you. He takes out Child. With that, the Saiyans surround Kamba. Here comes the final boss. Kamba, you will regret what you did to our nation. It's time to pay for your acts. As they start firing energy towards him, which Kamba deflects, Yamoshi screams and tells them, get out of here or you will die. Kamba charges a lot of energy. Your friend is right. Now disappear. As we see the attack that he's about to release, he throws the attack and it goes straight towards Yamoshi. Why is he shooting at me? Faisalis calls for him. Yamoshi, don't just stand there. She flies and stands by his side. Alone, you won't be able to do it. Here we go as they both charge an attack. Victory Hammer. They fire it towards Kamba's attack. We're here too as the Saiyans get behind them and aid them in their fight. They fire all their energy and deflect Kamba's attack. From the smoke, a voice could be heard. Not bad. As an energy beam is fired, it goes straight through Faisalis. That attack pierced through her. She's fallen. She calls with her last breath for Yamoshi as she falls. The one who fired is Kamba. He thought he touched Yamoshi, but it's nothing. Yamoshi sees what happened to her. Faisalis knows with her last words and her last breath. As she's crying, she tells him, Yamoshi, I love you. With that, she dies. We see Yamoshi's eyes. The anger could be seen, his aura change. Faisalis, why you? As he sees all his memories with her. He screams and powers up more. Why you? As his tears are falling, he powers up even more. Then all of his energy is releasing. No one knows what's going on. With all his power, an energy pole is getting bigger and bigger. What's going on to Yamoshi? But as we see, Yamoshi has transformed. He has transformed to his Super Saiyan form. The first Super Saiyan ever. The Saiyan that saw his wife losing her life because of his best friend. This is the first Super Saiyan, Yamoshi. He powers up even more and takes his clothes off. He tells Kamba, in a few moments, you will know a new feeling. He teleports behind him. The fear. Kamba fires an energy attack towards him, but Yamoshi dodges it so easily. His presence is alarming. He walks towards his wife. She died with a smile. He closes her eyes. Then he walks off. He calls for Helix, the Namekian. Can you use your magic and give me my old clothes back? He's glad to do that. He tells him, with Skyla, we're going to summon the dragon. What's your wish? Yamoshi tells him, I want you to send the uninfected Saiyans to the planet Plant, except those who want to stay and me. I will gain time until the planet is evacuated. Let me know when it's good. With that, he looks at Kamba and says, Kamba, I'm ready. I can feel your blood boiling with rage, Yamoshi, as the two stand in front of each other, both with all their power and all of their trump cards on the table now. Their fight starts. Yamoshi has the edge as he strikes Kamba with a punch. Then he goes at him with a kick. The Galactic Patrollers gather the Dragon Balls and call for Shinran. Sacred Dragon, appear and grant my wish. As Shinran is here. He's different from Namek and can only grant one wish. Back to the fight, Kamba powers up and starts firing energy towards Yamoshi. As he's going at him, he evades all of them. But Kamba's there in front of him. He punches him and sends him away, crashing to the rocks behind him. But that's nothing for the first Super Saiyan. Helix says the wish. Send all the Saiyans not infected by Kamba to the planet Plant, except Yamoshi and those who wish to stay. With that, the Saiyans start to disappear and we go to Planet Plant. They're transported there. The queen says, Yamoshi, thank you for offering our nation a new chance. And she's right. Because of Yamoshi, they live. Because of Yamoshi, they have now a future. And because of Yamoshi, the Saiyan race will flourish. The Dragon Balls scatter. The Galactic Patrollers leave and they wish them good luck. The two Saiyans are standing in the battlefield. Kamba says, what makes you smile? You may have just saved your friends, but you're here. Yeah, I absolutely wanted to kick your ass. As he goes straight towards Kamba, Kamba dodges his attack and grabs his leg. Yamoshi gets himself away from that and Kamba launches at him once more with an attack after the other, but Yamoshi dodges all of them. Then Yamoshi punches him and their fight resparks once more, an attack after the other. The power that they are releasing is unmatched for that time. Kamba can't get a hit on Yamoshi. With every hit, Yamoshi dodges, then delivers one right back to Kamba. Yamoshi dodges more attacks, which makes Kamba charge an energy attack. He puts both his hands together and fires it towards Yamoshi. He says, if I don't dodge it, it will infect me. Because of that, Yamoshi dodges the attack and goes straight towards Kamba with a punch. He delivers it straight in his face. It sends him back. What I have reached my limit, says Kamba. As Yamoshi is standing there, he says, give up, Kamba. The fight is a one-way fight, which makes him more angry. He powers up to his maximum, then charges energy on his mouth. I can't lose so easily. He fires all of his energy towards Yamoshi. He puts an energy barrier around himself, which deflects the attack. You deflected my attack to stop the air raid. You don't give me a choice anymore, Yamoshi. As Kamba is seen angry, he powers up even more and throws something to the sky. It's a fake moon, which makes him transform to his great ape form. Yamoshi, let's fight. But with that, all of the evil Saiyans have transformed also. Only one is already difficult to manage, so an entire army. His artificial moon must be different. Only the evil Saiyans have have changed. As Kamba goes at Yamoshi, indeed, it is special. But a beam could be seen which hits Kamba. It's chilled. He's still alive. He didn't die back then. You need more to eliminate the great chilled. You're gonna regret attacking me. But from behind Yamoshi, someone is there. They are his friends. I will ask you the same question. We want to help you against Kamba, but you're gonna get yourself killed. Our duty is to help you, whatever happens, right? We know you stayed here because you have nothing left to lose. Then let us give you our last strength so you can defeat Kamba and the other evil Saiyans. Our nation believes in you for the dreams of those who have fallen and the hope of the future. Glory to the Saiyans, glory to our nation as they gave Yamoshi their powers. Those are pure-hearted Saiyans. We see Yamoshi surrounded with a beam of light, leaving the orbit. Thank you, everyone. Faisalis grabs Yamoshi as tears could be seen in his eyes. He smiles, his aura changed. He sees the ones that have fallen. The king, his wife. It gives him strength to protect his race. And from the sky, he has transformed as we see the transformation fading. Chilled cuts Kamba's tail. And with that, Yamoshi has transformed to his Super Saiyan God form. This is the first Super Saiyan God. The first one who made it and became a Super Saiyan. The first one who changed the course of history. The one who saved all of the Saiyan race. Awakened the Saiyan who saved all Saiyans. Yamoshi, as he goes back to the planet, he says, "Thank you for everything, but I want you to enjoy your new life." All of the Saiyans with him disappear. This feeling makes me feel like I've surpassed the common mortal. I have new abilities. Goodbye, and on planet Plan, the Saiyans have been teleported there. Yamoshi, why did you do that? He has saved all of them because he wanted them to live. With that, Yamoshi charges and grabs Chilled's hand. I agree with Kamba. Get out of here. Remember what I'm about to tell you. We see the fear in Chilled's eyes. In front of you is the Super Saiyan. No, the Super Saiyan God. As we see Yamoshi and his presence, it's alarming. We see the power of the Ozor behind him and the fear that he's bringing to Chilled. Disappear forever, Chilled. He fires energy at him, and if you survive, don't you dare cross the road of the Saiyan people again. Will Kamba, do we really have to do this? Show me your new powers. Kamba powers up and also puts all of his energy in an attack and fires it towards Yamoshi. Yamoshi takes it head on. That's the only way to do it. He charges an attack on his hand and goes straight towards the attack and starts punching him, deflecting all of this energy. He gets the memory of all of his friends, the ones that he loves and the ones that he has lost. In anger, he launches and says, "Resonates in the depths of my soul. Glory, hammer." He goes with that attack straight towards Kamba. Kamba tells him, "Now you are at your maximum," as he charges his attack. Disaster, claw. He tries to block Yamoshi's attack as both of the attacks clash. It's a struggle for power. So that's your true power, Yamoshi. It's really very impressive. A giant explosion happens on this planet. With that, the fight stops. My energy protected me from yours as they both stand back to back. Kamba tells him, "Thank you, my friend." With that, he closes his eyes and falls down. "See, I was able to bring you back for a few seconds." With that, he goes straight towards the rest of the evil Saiyans. "I can now join Faisalis. Goodbye, Kamba." With that, 2 months passed on planet Plan. The Galactic Patrollers visit. They tell them that they will include the legend of the Super Saiyan God and the textbooks of planet Namek. And now the Saiyans will return to more or less normal life under the rule of King Vegeta I. And we see on planet Sadala that Kamba is still alive. He's fighting all of the Saiyans, but now he has transformed to a new form now. Yamoshi was unique, the only warrior capable of making me tremble during a fight. We see him that he's still stuck on that planet fighting the evil Saiyans. By leaving Kamba alive after destroying the air raid and joining Faisalis, Yamoshi gave his rival one of the worst possible punishments Kamba could imagine. To be alone against his fellow men, but not having any pleasure in fighting as he has always wanted. A warrior in search of a stronger opponent, but who will remain eternally unsatisfied. And because of that, the planet will be destroyed and Kamba will lose his life. This was Yamoshi's way of protecting the Saiyan people and giving his rival his worst nightmare because of what he has done. This is the end of the story of the legendary Super Saiyan, the story of Dragon Ball Super Yamoshi. A sacrifice for our life. A hero will pave the way for the future, a path of changing history to benefit the next generations. That's how the cycle goes on. One's life is full of despair and challenges, but a light could be seen at the end of the road, the light of a better future. This was the story of that light, the light that paved the way for the future, the light called Yamoshi, the Saiyan who saved all Saiyans. Thank you for watching, and saying that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.